Gary, what's the craziest question that you've gotten about love languages? What question has stumped you?
Well, I've heard all of them, I think. The one that didn't stump me, but the one I hear most often is, can your love language change through the years? And my answer is, I think it tends to stay with us for a lifetime, like many other personality traits. However, in certain seasons of life, for example, a mother who has 2 preschool children, acts of service may not be her primary language, but during those years, it's probably going to jump to the top because she's overwhelmed. So I think it can change in certain seasons and certain circumstances.
Good. All right. Did Oprah ask you anything that stumped you?
No,
didn't you do several, at least one Oprah thing?
I just did one with her.
Okay.
She was very open, and we had a great conversation. She actually took the quiz right there on the program, online quiz, and it turned out that it was words of affirmation.
So you told her good job. You said good job.
So when I finished that thing, I gave her some words of affirmation because she did a great job.
There you go. All right, Clarence, here coming at you. What is something that if pastors or leaders would do right now, it would have an immediate impact on cross-cultural relationships or unity in their church?
Well, I think they talked about it. I think if they talked about it, I would even take this Samaritan woman and Jesus' encounter with her and preach about that and talk in the context of cross-cultural relationships, also in respecting women. I think that'd be a win-win for a pastor without it being a volatile, controversial deal. And just ask the question, hey, how can we develop a relationship with people who are different from us? And are we willing to take some risks and some practical steps? I think if they preach about that right away, I think it'd be huge. And also read those 6 steps we talk about in the book of how to do that. I think it'd be huge.
Good. Gary, where will we find you on a day off?
Where would we find you on a day
off? What'd you say? No day off?
I'm officially retired as of last July after
That's
50
right.
years in the same church, okay? But they let me keep my office. They let me keep my assistant. I'm in here every day when I'm in town. And when I'm out of town, I'm speaking. But I relax.
What's a great hobby? What's your favorite hobby? I'll put it that way.
Well, my hobby is in summer and spring is cutting kudzu.
Okay.
Kudzu, it grows in the southeast all over trees and kills the trees.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 mornings a week, I go down for an hour in the woods and just cut the kudzu and save the trees, and just God and I out there alone. That's my hobby.
Good. Love it. Clarence, what's your secret talent? What's a talent that nobody knows you have?
Well, some people have actually said I have a good voice, for singing. So when I was part of the youth choir, I wasn't a believer at the time, but my mom said, you have a really good voice. I just don't like you singing that rock and roll stuff. And then I've heard other people in the music. Every now and then I'll slip up and they'll say, hey, you got a pretty nice voice. You ought to work on that. So that's probably a hidden talent that I don't.
There you go. All right. Last question for both of you. Gary, you go first on this one. What's your favorite TV show that you binge? What's Gary Chapman watching on Netflix or TV?
I don't binge on anything on TV, to be very honest with you. I do watch the neighborhood show, where the black and white couple live beside each other. I do watch that rather regularly. But I'm not a big TV fan, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I do like that program because it brings up a lot of issues that are real healthy.
Clarence, what about you?
Well, last time I binged on something, it was actually the show The Chosen.
Oh, yeah.
By Dallas Jenkins. That was really, really good. I do like Blue Bloods. I'll watch that. In fact, an episode a year ago, they actually used the 5 love languages in one of their episodes. So I watched that because it has a wholesome family dinner table deal, which is kind of cool.
Do you ever think that Tom Selleck would be using your material, Gary?
There's a lot of people using my material.
There you go. Oprah or Tom Selleck. Well, thank you guys.
That's a God thing.
There you go. All right. Well, the book is out now, and thank you guys so much for coming on. Life-changing cross-cultural friendships, how you can heal racial divides one relationship at a time. It's available now wherever books are sold. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Carl. Good to be with you.